Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent demonstrator. And today we are looking at all sorts of die bits and pieces, and we're going to make a fun birthday card. So I'll go through all of the pieces that I've already die cut out because you don't need to see me doing all of that. And the first piece that we're going to use is from the Dove of Peace Detailed Dove dies. Now, I was showing you the other day ways of doing different cards that aren't for Christmas, and this again is using one of the pieces from this and doing something which is not for Christmas. We're going to be doing lots of things for Christmas, but the Detailed Dove dies, the piece that we are going to be using is, let me just turn these over carefully. So the piece that we're using from this is this piece, which will give you these lovely little foliage pieces. Now there is another little die, which is this one, which will cut out all of the berries. So when we get round to doing Christmas cards, we can cut out the berries in white to make it red berries for holly and then white berries for mistletoe. But we're not going to use those today. There's also another little leaf one, which again is really rather pretty, and I think we might do some things with that one as well. But today we're just using this. So you need one of those, or you need another filigree that will give you the shape that will become a circular wreath. But this is beautiful because it's got the arch on it already. So that's one of the first pieces that we need. Just put those back in so I can put them out of the way. So Detailed Dove dies. The second one is well written framelits. Now there's a complete stamp set and dies that go with this, which is absolutely lovely. You've got all sorts of different sayings in here, and I use it a lot. You've got happy birthdays, you've got thank yous, you've got wishes, you've got bride and groom, you've got friend, but you've also got these lovely little elements. So we've cut out 3 of the butterflies, 2 of the little birds, and then these little ones, you've got 3 of them. So I've cut out 5 of the little flowers, and I've done those in the brushed metallics. Now the brushed metallics are cardstock, which comes in 6 by 6. So let me just show you those. You've got big sheets which are 6 by 6. Sorry, there's going to be a glare on it, but it's brushed. And you've got 4 different colour tones, which is absolutely lovely. So there's lots that we can do with those, and just as accent pieces, they work really well. Now, the sentiment. The centre I've cut out of the stitch shaped circles, and it's the largest one. And I've put on it so smart, so fun, so sweet and so wonderful. And this comes from the lovely A Grandkid. I've got grandchildren, so it's perfect for that. But you've got a nice happy birthday, a congratulations, and you've got this lovely so smart, so fun, so sweet and so wonderful. And that works perfectly right in the centre to give you a large focal point for the centre of the card. And then from the Posted For You, I've just taken this happy birthday, because with the classic label punch, it punches it out beautifully, so we can have that as a happy birthday one. So those are all the pieces that we need to make this card, and all we need is a card base. Now I've chosen a square, and this is 6 inches by 6 inches, so it's a piece that is 12 by 6 scored in half at 6 inches to give you a 6-inch card base. But we're not going to put anything else on it. We're going to have it as it is to work with this card. So let me just move some of these little pieces out of the way. We need to take these out. So these are in different shades of pink. You can choose whatever colours you want as long as you keep it the same sort of colour tones. So this, we've got Melon Mambo, and I've just die cut a few out. I don't know how many I'm going to need. We've got Calypso Coral. We've got, not sure what that pink one is. That one might be Calypso Coral, and that might be Pumpkin Pie maybe. And then we've got Blushing Bride for the other pink. So I've got 4 different shades of pink. But again, just go through, pick out all your pinks or your reds or your purples, so you've got the same that all the way round. Grid paper is perfect for this, and we can just score that down a little bit so that it lies a little flatter. And we're going to take the So Smart, So Fun, So Sweet and So Wonderful, and that's going to go right in on the centre. Now, I'm not going to put that up with dimensionals because I want all of this to go round, and I just want the other little pieces to have the dimensionals on. So I'm going to use some wet glue, and we're just going to stick this in flat in on the centre. This will give us a good guide for going round with the circle to give it, to make it easier for it to be circular. So we'll take that as near into the centre as we can. You can measure it if you want to. I'm just going to eyeball it, and I'm just going to put it in the centre like that. And then just stick that down. Okay, now we need to take our glue and we need to take our little pieces. So I'm going to start with the first row, and I need the, so if we take that one and we take this one, this piece is going to tuck in underneath like this. So I just want it to sort of come in underneath rather than on top. So I'm going to glue this piece down with some wet glue and leave that little corner piece up, because that will then allow me to tuck those pieces in so that they run smoothly round on the wreath. So if we just take this piece down first, and we're going to have this so that it's just, we could have it just a little bit over, couldn't we? Okay, so we'll stick that there like that, and then we'll take the next one whoops, glue these on. Be quite careful because they're fairly delicate pieces, and we'll put this piece in on here, and tuck that one round like that. And again, I'm not pressing it all down at the moment because with wet glue you do have a moment for it to go. So we've got 1, 2, let's have a paler one here that can go round on the next piece. And this is the nice thing with wet glue, you can put it down and not firm it down completely until you know you've got the positioning exactly right. So this one's going to come in underneath here and go around that way, and then the last one is going to be this other sort of pale pinkier one, and we can just glue that in like that, and then this one is going to go in underneath and round. So this is going to come a little bit over the top of that one, but that's fine. So we can tuck it in that way, tighten it up so it's just onto the edge, and then we can start to just pop it down where we want it, so that these little pieces do come just over the top and then over the top and down, so you can tighten it up as you put it down. Okay, so that's our first layer. Then we're going to go round the outside and do it again. So I think I'm going to have the pale one at the top. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. 2 layers makes it look really rather pretty. So we'll have the first one out on the side at about there. And again, I'm just gluing the center part, that then allows you a little bit more time to swap it round before you commit yourself. So that's one of the reasons why wet glue is so good for something like this, because you can then take it round. That's going to go out on the side there. So again, I'm just tucking the center bit in. Now we'll have this one here, I think. So just sort of change your colours round so that you don't have them exactly the same each time. So we'll tuck that one in on there, and again I'm just pressing the centre down like that. We can have another one of this lovely Melon Mambo. Magenta Madness would look quite good as well, but this is a great way of using up your tiny little weeny bits of scrap, because we all have little bits of scrap over. So that's going to go there like that. And what colour? Do we have another pale pink one? No, we've got pale pink on pale pink. I think we'll have the darker one on there. And I think that will take it through. So you might use more or you might use less depending how you put them round. But that's going to go nicely in on there like that. Tuck that one in. And then we can start putting them all down. So that one on there, that one on there. Oh, that one's got to get tucked in underneath, because we've got the last one will be an underneath on each one. So tuck that one in. Go round, tuck that one in underneath that one. Bring that one round, tuck that one underneath there. Tuck that one in underneath on that one. And tuck that one in underneath on that one. Okay, then we can start smoothing it down, and you've then got your little wreath that comes round all the way round like that, which, as I say, is quite pretty. So once you've got that down and you smoothed it down, then we can take our lovely little embellishments and things, and we can start putting those in on there. So I have got, do I want to do the butterflies first? Now what I can do is to just sort of position them down first to see where I want them. So we'll have a butterfly here and a butterfly there. Oh, my fingers have got a bit of glue on them. Just de-tacky my fingers. And we'll have a little butterfly there. So that's 3. We'll have the birds alternating there and possibly there. Like that. And then we'll have the flowers in between. I think that that'll work. Okay, so I've put little bits of dimensional on the back so that they will just stick out nicely. So we can have, say, butterfly there. Butterfly there. And the other butterfly just down in like that, in on those centre pieces. The bird, do I want the bird up in on here? Bird there and bird there maybe. No, they need to go one side and the other, don't they? That'll work actually. So we'll have a bird there. Balancing is one of the things that is quite fun to do. You just want to have things that are equidistant from each other. So if you're doing pairs, have sort of one side and one the other, like that. And then the little flowers, we can just sort of literally dot in between. So we'll have, definitely need one there. We'll have one on the opposite side, so again we're balancing. Then we'll have in the middle there. And then we can have a couple down at the bottom. And again, you can do whatever you want. You can put as many different little pieces on there as you want. It's literally just to build it up to make it sort of quite pretty and fun. And then we'll have the other one just balanced down on there. Okay, now because these are tiny pieces, I've got the dimensional over the top of here, because what I wanted to do was to add some of our rhinestones. So I'm going to get these rhinestones out. Still got the happy birthday to go in, so we mustn't forget that piece. So these little rhinestones, and these I'm going to put the little ones in the centre. So in the centre of each one of those little flowers, we'll just tuck one of the rhinestones, which will just give that little bit of sparkle. Oops, sparkle in the centre. Let's make sure I get it in the centre. There we are, that's one. Next one, and they go perfectly into that little hole in the centre of those little flowers. And because I've put the dimensional across, it means that there's that little bit of a space that I could just pop it into, and it's got that extra bit of adhesive with the dimensional in there as well. So the take your pick tool is absolutely perfect for these sorts of things, because you can pick up your little pieces and just pop them straight in. So we've got that in the centre like that. Okay, so that's given that a really nice little bit of twinkle. We could put one in the centre of the bird's eye, but I'm not going to, because you've got these little sort of spaces around anyway, and I think it looks quite nice to not have it overfilled. And then we've got the happy birthday, so we can have the happy birthday just down in the centre like that, which might look quite nice, or we could have it out at an angle. We can have it down at the bottom. I'm just going to put it straight down in the centre on here. Again, I've just used some dimensionals, so I'm just going to put the happy birthday just in on the bottom here like that. So that's on with the dimensional. So you have a really fun card with lots of sparkles and pretty things like that on there. Again, you know, you can add some extra bits around if you want, but I think it just works absolutely beautifully. And if you wanted to put dimensionals all the way around on there, you could do, but I think having the little embellishment pieces just put up just adds that difference. So thank you so much for watching me. Do look forward to seeing you again. All the details for anything that you see here will be below in the description box. And stay safe, stay well, and as always, be kind. Bye bye.